So this is US oil analysis for Tuesday the 13th of March. Now, let's just have a look at having prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had prices head down towards the $60 barrel mark, and we've then retested the 60.25, from which we did find support. We did see buy side momentum head up towards the 61.48. Traded through the 61.48 and the 400 period moving average, came up in towards this 62.24 or so, into this area where we did have this consolidation, and we did find some resistance there. And as we can see, prices turned around. We had this slow movement. This movement here to the upside, pretty strong movement, indicating very strong momentum by the bulls. On this occasion, it was a slow move to the downside, after which we did, after this trend of several bearish candles over several hours, we did have this somewhat exhaustion candle in the sense of this overall trend, from which we did see a bit of a pullback. Didn't retest the 61.48, and instead we've gone into a bit of a consolidation at the moment. So if this low continues to hold, I suppose I should probably mark it out on the chart. If this low here, there we are, at 60.63 continues to hold, if they have a pullback and we do hold a double bottom there at 60.63, we are looking for a retest of the 61.48 in around the 61.48, or if we do see that test of the 61.48 before having a pullback, if we do have a test of 61.48, we could potentially find resistance there, as it is a major level marked out here in red, but also we have the added confluence of the 200 period moving average marked out here in blue, thus increasing likelihood of potentially seeing sell side momentum possibly down towards that 60.63 minor level, as is just a most recent swing in the market, all the way down towards that 60.25, a level which has proved to act as a support in the past, and a break from there. We're looking for price head down towards that $60 a barrel mark. Now, I suppose we could obviously trade below the $60 barrel mark, but below $60 a barrel, we're looking for 59.31, and I wouldn't anticipate us trading down towards that 59.31 unless we do have a particularly volatile day to trade beyond the 59.31. If we did trade beyond 59.31, 59 would be the very next level that we are looking at. If, however, we do break above to the upside, and we've mentioned levels to the downside that we are looking at, if we do break and hold above the 61.48 and the 200 period moving average, we are looking for price to head towards the 400 period moving average, currently sitting slightly below the $62 barrel mark, break from which we're looking for 62.24, and beyond there we are looking for prices to head towards the just bear with me a second here. And if we do break beyond the 62.24, we are looking for prices to head towards the 62.54. In around 62.54, we have seen sell side momentum come into the market previously. It is a major level marked out here in red, and if we were to break above that, we were looking for price head towards that 63.05. 63.05 potentially being the far end of the range here on US oil on Tuesday the 13th of March. Now, before we wrap up here, we're going to have a look at the daily chart to see how oil is developing. So we'll just remove our drawings for now. As you can see here on oil, we've had the move upwards, pretty consistent move upwards, a sharp sell-off. We've had a retracement, and we have seen that bearish momentum come back into the market here in around that 64. So we went up towards just beyond the $66 a barrel, had a retracement up towards the 64, and we are seeing some retracements now. The price action here is a I would not, but there's a degree of indecision, even though there is a slight movement to the downside. We are having the odd bullish day here and there, suggesting that the bears don't have complete control of the market as yet. Currently, there is still a battle between the bulls and the bears with a slight bias towards the bears. Does seem we're slightly heading downwards, but there is a degree of bullishness in the market, so we do have to be aware of that. That there are possibility of reversals here, especially around that $60 a barrel mark. So we'll see whether that 60 holds, 60.25 major level. If we do continue to hold there, there is an increased likelihood of retesting these old highs around that 64, possibly these highs here of 2018 around that 66. If, however, we continue to trend downwards, towards that 60, possibly looking for a break, head towards the very next major swing here in the market in around that 58.25. That's pretty much where our last major swing was in this market more recently. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.